In this video, we will be covering the oblique kick, also called the shovel kick. This technique is found in older kata from Okinawa and older forms from China as well. It's typically done one of two ways, either in an upward scooping motion or in a downward and outward stomping motion. In both cases, the toes are turned outward at an angle and pulled back so that the heel is the striking surface. This angled foot position is where the oblique name comes from, and this strike is one that can only be done to lower level targets. That turn of the foot and the angle at which you're typically striking prevent you from actually being able to lift your leg much higher than groin level. Even if you're very, very flexible, your bones simply will not allow you to lift your leg up very high from this cross-legged position. When you do this technique in the scooping, sweeping type motion, it is typically to disrupt balance. So it is used very much like a sweep would be in judo or jiu-jitsu, but the intent is to also cause pain. So it may not be the most efficient sweep on its own, and it may not be the most efficient strike on its own. It is usually used as a setup for other techniques. When you use it on the bag or another striking surface, you should be careful with your knee, particularly if you have knee problems, because it puts awkward pressure on the knee that you may not be used to. So as with any other technique that you first start working with impact, it's best to start light and work your way up. On the bag, the sweeping version of the oblique kick or shovel kick looks like this. As you can see, it's very easy to step through on this kick. It doesn't require too much dedication to power. This is why it works out so well as a setup technique. I can close the distance with it, cause a little bit of pain, maybe knock my opponent's foot inward slightly or outward slightly to disrupt their balance, and come in with my hands. The other version of the kick is typically meant to cause pain and damage to joints. This kick that stumps is a little more prevalent in karate methods, and it works very, very well in self-defense, but you can also sneak it in to grappling and striking sparring. This kick is one of my favorite kicks. When you work it on the bag, you have the ability to hit very, very hard and work on both your speed and your power at the same time. When you work this kick on the bag, it is important to lift the knee above where you're trying to strike, just as you would with most other kicks. This allows you to generate power. When you do the kick on the bag, it looks like this. This kick is one that is very versatile, and as the other one, this one is also close range. This means that you can use this technique either from a distance before you engage with an attacker, or from a clinched position. So if you've already engaged with your attacker and have gotten tangled with them, both of these kicks can be used from this very, very close range. And they work very, very well to set up bigger sweeps and throws, as well as to get your opponent very off balance. When you throw these kicks to the legs, they have a tendency to start stepping backward. And when they do this, it opens up their body and groin for knee strikes or for uppercuts. For that reason, this is one of my most advocated techniques for use with the legs. If you practice no other kick for self-defense, I believe it should be this one.